Hello, everybody. This is Queen Bliss. You can call me Bliss. I'm coming at you today on a serious note. I feel it's a serious note. But first, I just gotta say, if you are upstate New York, how do you like the weather? Because we went from 40, 50, and even 60-degree weather to it being 8 degrees. I went to go get my medicine today because I had a doctor's appointment. I went to go get my medicine today, and the line was at the drive-thru was long. I was actually in the store looking for some deals on some makeup and just looking for some deals. I'm waiting for my prescription to be refilled, and I actually found some really, really, really good eyeshadow, a good deal on some eyeshadow that was buy one get one free, and for Physicians Formula, and it was, oh, I can't wait to wear it. But anyways, because I'm gonna rock that. But anyway, I was about to go and get my medicine, and there was a lady in line, and she said that she hopped out of the the drive-through because it was a really long line. And I was just like, yeah, because people don't want to get out in this cold weather. It's 8 degrees. It's so cold. That hawk is hawking. But anyways, what I really, really, really wanted to discuss was, I want to say rise in power to Natalie Cole. She was an amazing singer, and I love her songs. But I also want to say rise in power to a great mind, Dr. Cress Wesling, who wrote the ISIS Papers, The Keys to the Colors. If you have not read that book, read it. It broke my heart, and I'm still mourning her right now. It broke my heart to hear that she passed. We all have to go, but it really broke my heart because it's just like, okay, our leaders are, they're dying. They're passing the torch, and it's a scary thing right now, especially with times the way it is, because we need their guidance. But it's just like, okay, are we ready? We are, but it's like we still need their guidance, but we can't, they can't be our crutch forever. But I first heard about Dr. Cress Wesling, and I was like, I know I was in high school. I was 16, and I had a boyfriend, and he was my teacher as well. And he was just like, have you ever heard of the ISIS Papers? And I'm like, no. And he's like, you should read the book. And I kept it in mind. But it wasn't until I was in high school, 11th grade, transitioning to my senior year, that I started taking college classes, and I don't know, I just used to go into the library, and I fell in love with the library. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all these books. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, I checked the book out, and it was interlibrary loan. And I started flipping through the book, and I read a little bit of it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, this is some heavy stuff. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, is my young party going, street mind ready for this? And I read a little, and then I put it down. I said, no. I said, I'm not ready for this book yet. Because in order for me to be ready, and I knew at that age, and at that time I was about 17, hitting about to hit 18. And I said, if I continue reading this book, I'm responsible for everything that I read in this book. And I didn't want to be responsible at that age for what I was reading in the book. Because I knew that once I did read everything, that I had to change some things about me, and I wasn't ready to change the way that I was thinking, the way that I went in, the way that I was living my life, because I was in the streets, hardcore, not doing illegal things, but I was in the street. I was running after my boyfriend, mainly not really running after him, but, just, he was in the street. So, I was in the streets with him. I had friends here and they were different. And I had friends there and they were different. And then I had to be a certain way around my family, my paternal family. And then I had to be a certain way around my maternal family. And I was all these people. It was still me, but I was not being my whole self. So I knew that once that I read certain things, that I had to, be responsible for what I read. And I started reading, and I'm like, no. But once I did, I was like, oh, okay. And it talks about, here it is right here. I do have it. And I'm not lending it out to anyone. If you want to read this book, you have to go and get it yourself. And you underline, highlight. I don't highlight anymore. I underline. And I take notes. You have to do that in your own book. And you should. But it talks about white supremacy. It talks about, why there is racism. The effects of it. It not necessarily. I might not be explaining it right, but it talks about why some white people go so far to tell black people, you don't matter, you're nothing. Look at how you live. And so it's a really good book to read. It's deeper than what I'm explaining. But it talks about the fear. You'll learn a lot from it, and you won't be so quick to be angry. It's okay to be fed up by racism, because I'm fed up. But I refuse to let anybody make me feel hatred in my heart, to be angry and let that anger sit there and kill me. No, I don't think so. So if a white person were to call me a nigger, what do you want from me? What am I supposed to do? That's you, not me. I'm not gonna get mad. Ooh, you called me a nigger. That would be my response. Ooh, and it just wouldn't, reading this book, it gave me a confidence, as opposed to before I read the book. You called me a nigger. I don't know how I would react. I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't tell you. So But when I read the book, I started understanding a little more. You start understanding that fear, you know. So I advise you to read it. They have it in the library. They have it in Cayuga Community College Library. You can do an interlibrary loan. It's the ISIS Papers by Dr. Cress Wesling. And let her legacy live on. She's a great writer, a great speaker. You can go and go to YouTube, and she speaks on there. I haven't seen all of Hidden Colors, but she's on there too. So, a rise in power to a queen, our mother, one of our mothers. So, and that's it for now. Peace, love, and live blissful.